Hi guys, welcome back to episode 35. We are turning back on the printing pod. Enable it. And that's because we have now got suitable places for the dupes to sleep, and we're slowly getting the oxygen levels up to a level that you'd be happy sleeping in. So that's where we're at the moment. We have let's have a look. We've got a lot to do. I want to bring in a efficient oxygen production system, because at the moment this system here is probably a bit lackluster. Basically, there's way too much pressure in here for these pumps to handle, and we need to let me go to the right one, would help. So we need to get this system a little bit more refined, so that one, we are not producing oxygen that then has to be you have to power it to filter it out so much. So what we're looking at here is there's a lot of oxygen coming through here. It's going through this gas filter that costs us to run. Each of these pumps have those. So we've got 4 pumps, 4 gas filters. So I'm looking at changing this. So we have, let's go over here. So for instance, we'll have a number of oxygen systems down here producing oxygen and hydrogen, and that hydrogen will then float up through the base to the top. We'll capture it up here, and we'll sort out the filtration of polluted oxygen that works its way up here and hydrogen, and get that sorted out. So either the polluted oxygen will drop into one of these, and the hydrogen we will get through a hydrogen generator. So that's the plan for this episode. So I'm going to just get on and design what I want to do and go from there. So bearing in mind, this is I've kind of extended this here to start creating the oxygen system, and also having a lot of the gubbins, so all the battery, the power transformers, all down here as well, so that they can actually be out of sight of the dupes and not actually cause them stress going through really horrendous decor areas like that of -200, minus nearly 300 as well. So if I can move all that around so that that's out of the way, then that'll make things a lot happier for the dupes, and will also help reduce the stress. Now we've got 2.4 cycles. My plan is to accept every dupe or a dupe until we achieve 50. So that's another 15 dupes. So yeah, I'm going to need some more names off you guys. So your thinking hats on, and let us know. Right, so to start with, I think I'll have we're going to be breaking into here, we need to make sure this is also closed off, and we also want to get rid of that. So you can, now let's change that to 9, because I do want it done quite quickly, and we also want to get rid of this for 2 reasons. I want to be able to have the that hatch. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put that. I want to get that hatch somewhere else, so I'm actually going to deconstruct that tile, because the idea then will be I'll have the hatch down here, because I want to close off this whole area to the elements, as it were, and that will make things a lot easier to deal with. So, because if I have all the oxygen production here, we can have that totally sealed off, and then we can easily, let's get rid, no, I want to dig, yeah, and that can be deconstructed as well. Yeah, because I want to be able to have all the oxygen production here for this side of the base, and I want all this pollutedness, that's the chlorine, to float down here and not actually travel into anywhere else. So I want to be able to close off this whole section. That's the idea anyway. So let's prioritize that. So, and we're going to be putting in a number of no oxygen is what I want. Right. So we've got 8 over there currently. So if I put in 8 to start with, do I want them spaced out? Because space isn't going to be an issue in here. So let's put 2 spaces between each one. I think my biggest problem will be power to start with, because until I get some heavy duty wires down here, so is that 2, 4, 6, hang on, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Alright, so that's increased that straight away. Until I get the actual power in, so let's maybe do that, because we're going to need, what do these actually need? These need 120, so I need 2 circuits here. So let me think about this. If I, because I'm going to have, okay. So who's going to get that done? Come on. Where's my power? Where's my power? Where's my power? Where's my power? There they are. So if we have, yeah, because I'm thinking I want them on the ground, but the only way to have them on the ground is to have them elevated. And so if I do that, then what I can do is have the heavy watt wire actually, oops, going down and round, and we can put those onto a platform. Now I want to keep the airflow around these, so do I put in, do you know, I'm just going to put a normal tile in, to be perfectly honest, and we'll pop those in. And we'll get that heavy watt wire. Shift. Come on, move. Look at that heavy watt wire. No, don't do that. Going up to there. I'm thinking that, to be honest, I would like that eventually to be coming out from this sort of side, so it's out of sight a bit better. So we'll see. So let's put in some basic wires. So we have that going straight up to there. 3. So 1, 2, 5. 120. Yeah. Do you know what? Let's just put that one that way. Right, okay, so we kind of got that a bit snookered there for having too much more going over it. So, okay, we'll see how that pans out. Let's just increase the priority of all this and see what we can achieve. Now, my little hatch is down here, isn't he? Yeah, he's down there. Okay. I need to open up all this lot as well. So what I'll also do is gas permeable tile. We'll just get that all the way along, and then we'll just deconstruct that whole area. I think, actually, do you know what? I'm going to have to do it from the bottom actually, because these, yeah, no. I don't want to have to move all my food storage for the time being just yet. So that can be done like that. Yeah. I can then just dig all that lot out and it'll allow all the oxygen to float up, which is kind of what I want. Right, okay, so we've got power cables going into those. We just need to get plumbing. So we've got this system here. So it's bringing in cooled water, and what's going on there? What's going on there? Don't know. Right, okay, so I need to have clean water coming. Now I could take it from this side, and in fact I probably will actually, just because it's a little easier to do that. Well, do you know what? When they said they've sorted out the bug that stops, so they sorted out the bug that should allow water to pass through here properly, and all the way along. So I'm hoping that is the case, and we can utilize the water system without having pipes everywhere and for speed, etc. Right, okay. Right, we're going to get this, yeah. Get this all opened up. There we go. That should work a treat once it's sorted. We need power now to join this up. So we've got... Hang on, what's going on here? So at the moment this is... Okay, this is 2.4 kilowatt. Right, okay, that's because I have not sorted out that. Right, okay. I'll explain why I've got no charge in my batteries, although pipe blocked. What's going on there? Okay, that's fine. What are we looking at? Right, we've got 10 kilos in there. I'm going to disable this. No, I want the other way, don't I? It's below. So that can just keep working. That should have reduced it slightly. These filters are currently sorting out all this lot, so I still kind of want that running. Because that is giving me a what I could do. So look at the power situation and so the right one. So we've got all these transformers down here. If I was to connect that up there, priority 9, it's... Come on. And if we were to... So that could connect that, we can take that one out from there. So that is actually causing us a problem there. And we can deconstruct the wires. That'll stop that from messing up that little circuit. That will give us... I then... So that's got... I can disconnect that. So I'll disconnect it there. And I'll disconnect that. What's that doing now? That's 1.9 kilowatts. That's what's that? That's nothing at the moment because it's not got these two connected. Right. So if I take off, deconstruct it over here. Cancel. I just want a 1 point disconnected, which is there. And then we should have that being a lot happier. That's priority 9, okay, so Slowly getting there. So that whole circuit there now is 1.1 as and when that pump works. So this circuit here will be 240 and 240. So what we could do is actually add this wire to there and deconstruct that wire there. Oops. Let's cancel that. Deconstruct wires, yeah. Deconstruct that one there. So that realistically should be heavy duty wire going straight to there. And the same with that, so should be heavy duty wire. So let's see what we get on with there. So let's just do that and come back to that shortly. So what have they achieved up here? So we've got right, okay, so that's not looking too bad. So what priority is all that? That's 5. No wonder it's not getting done. Let's get all that opened up. I'm going to cancel that, otherwise I'll get stuck here until they open it up, which will be about right. They don't think ahead, these dupes. Right, okay, so they can get through there, so that's not a problem, so they can now be dug out. And they can do all of this gas permeable tire. So all that carbon dioxide is now working its way down, which means I can now put a pump in here. Actual fact, I'll be putting a pump down here, and I'll have some vents in here once this is closed off. I think I might do that next, actually, because that will make a big difference. Yeah, we'll do that. So all that nastiness can be out of the way, and we can let all this hydrogen work its way up through the base. And you absolutely numpty, you're not in a position to deal with that properly yet. So maybe I'll hold fire from releasing all this until I've got that sorted. Right, okay, let's have a little rethink of what we're doing up here. So at the moment we've got our gas pump here. What we need to do is create some sort of... No, I need to get that power cable out of the way. So much to do, so many different things to do. Right, okay, so maybe I just need to wait for this to be sorted, and then I can start putting in power from below. And that might be what I need to do, so let's have a look at that. Right, so where we're at here, so that is now a circuit on its own at 420, and that is now 600. But that won't be working properly because it's not actually on a proper circuit, so let's put one of those in. And where are you? There we go, power transformer. You go there, and we'll put just because I don't want to go in there, I'm going to have to do that. And I'm going to deconstruct a wire there. And then I'm going to have... actually, no, I want that heavy duty wire going all the way down and in. Do I? No, I don't. Let's cancel that. I want that heavy duty wire going around the long way, because why not? There we go. And then I can just have that other wire going. Yes, you absolute noodle. Right, let's just put that in a little bit better. There we go. Do that. And that should be sufficient for that little circuit. So we can then just take that wire off. Let's take that out as well. Send that wire up here. And so there we go. Let's just get that going as well. So that can be powered. And that's all connected. So we've got 600 and 720. Okay. That will work. And think about this. Think about this. Is that door made yet? No. The sooner that gets done, the better. So that will then give me enough power to run this. I've got my water in place. Yep, that's already charged. And I just need to get power going. All that's cleaned out, that's fine. So they're working on that. So is that all done? Is that happy? So that is now 600 watts. So if I just set the priority of this to 8. Oops. Right, okay. And that will get done. So that'll just start producing oxygen and pumping it up here. So we need to deal with this lot. So what have we got electric wise here? So that's going down, charging this point here. So I need 2 more bridges, and then I can remove that whole section of electrical wire. Okay, cool. So let's get that in, and we will put it in our units. Oops, that needs to go that way. Because that won't work otherwise, even after it's made. Power, there we go, try again. Heavy watt now, please. There we go, and there we go. So we get that priority 9. And get some single wires running off here. So we're going to need some bridges. And that can go up. And there we go. Is that on it? Yeah. And there we go. So that's all ready. If I do that, would help. Entombed. Oh, for Pete's sake. They're not supposed to be doing that anymore. Come on, get out of there. What are you flipping doing, guys? Ah, flip me. Seriously not supposed to be doing that anymore. Right, okay. So that's there. So if we jump back onto our power. So if I connect up. What am I doing? I want power. If I just connect that straight up to there. And once that's connected, I can deconstruct that one. And if I have that one, let's do a bridge. It's not going to look pretty for the time being. Straight to there, so that will connect that one, and then that all of that can come out. Yeah, that will work, won't it? Yeah, I'm sure it will. Okay, so we've got power coming down from below, or will have. Let's just increase that priority now as well, because I want to get that running and get that operational before I disconnect everything else below it. Now that is currently only picking up those batteries off that circuit, so I need to have this circuit also connected as well, which is even better. Right, so let's deconstruct wires. Let's go back on here. So we've got that pump there. Yeah, so if I had that running underneath, then I could just have that just popping out here. But that means a lot more digging out, which I don't really want to do at the moment. So I'm going to disconnect that pump there, or that pipe there, and disconnect. No, I'm not going to disconnect it there. I'm going to disconnect it there. And I'm going to disconnect it there as well. So what I'm going to have is actually going to disconnect it all the way along from there, because what I want to do is let's have this wire going down to here. We'll have a bridge and get that turned round to there. We'll have that to the bridge there, and we'll put that there, and we'll get another bridge over there. So we can now put in our heavy watt wire, which will act as a main. Ooh, there we go. Up and there. That'll connect everything else up. Sweet. Right, is that connected? No, it's not. Let's put that into there. And make sure everything's priorities 9. And we should be cooking on gas from this section down here then. Which is even better than it was before. Haha! Right. So where are we at over here? That needs to be deconstructed, so we can get that operational. We've still got a bit of cabling here to deal with. What priority is that? That's 8. I'm not going to worry. Actually, do you know what? You can all be 9. Sooner that is powering, the better, but that will be still dependent on this section down here. Now you're not running. Why are you not running? Is that because I'm not actually powering? No, I'm not powering the pumps, that's why. Okay, as long as there's no other reason that I've forgotten about. We'll put that back on, activate if above 1,000 again, so that can start pumping out again. Come on. Right, so that's near enough. Happy there. Let's just get that auto harvest working on the food. No, it's that priority, that button there. So let's auto harvest. No, manual. Auto harvest. Thank you. Okay. So where are we at now? Get that block in. Okay, so that will work, I think. Yeah, that should work. Sweet. That should be absolutely pucker. We're going to need to start another food run soon, which is never a good thing. Diverted all the resources just to make food. And we nearly got that finished, so that's good. What are we doing on seeds? 28,000. Do you know, I've not heard that. Ah, flippin' heck. Let's get a new duplicant in. Right, okay, so who do we want? Do we want someone who, right, yokel, flatulent, noodle arms. So strength, or gives off natural gas, or doesn't learn very well. Right, okay, so decor is -10, -3 food for stinky. We've got athletics, tinkering. He's a binge eater for Turner. Okay, so 2 of them binge eaters. Do you know what? I think it's going to be Ruby. The athletics will come in handy. Let's just change you name. Who do we want on here? Let's think. Let's put Tilly. Yeah, let's go with that. Perfect. Right, so Tilly's now in. And let's just make sure the jobs that she is doing does not include things I don't want her to do. Right, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not really too fussed about what else other jobs you do, but as long as you don't go on the attack or try and do art. Right, so I've got one more piece to be done. Come on. Perfect. So now do I have power? So everything's powered. Perfect, that's all powered. Right, what's going on here? What's going on here? Power. Right, okay. That's a pain. I have seen, and I have done this myself, where you can put cables through doors. Now it seems you are not able to, so where's that other cable I've got through a door? No idea. Okay, maybe it's stopped then. Right, so that's a bit of a pain. Oh, new dupe already? We've just invited Tilly. Let's bring somebody else on board. Right, so we've got a cook. We've got someone who can dig and cook and tinker, but falls asleep everywhere. Okay. Construction, learning, loud sleeper. I do not want any loud sleepers at all. So as the only one that's not a loud sleeper is Turner, you're in, but you're going to be changed to Little Biffer. Little Biffer. There we go. So you're in. Again, I know I've got everything set, so I don't need to worry about what jobs you're going to be doing, so you can get on with that. So, what's going on here? Prioritize. That's not 9. That's a priority 9, and I want deconstruct. Come on. Right. That's a bit of a pain. That is a big pain, actually. I was hoping that I was going to be able to keep that area kind of sealed. But I'm not going to be able to. Right, who are we waiting for? Right, so that's getting removed. We can now put it in a... Yeah, right, okay, let's get that done. Priority 9. And then maybe if I put a door over it afterwards, it might actually work that way round. So we've got 100,000 calories. So we've probably got 2 days worth of food left. Now, ladders can be placed over these. Let's just... I'm going to put a... Come on. Right, there we go. Probably was already selecting it, but I just been a bit dense then. Right, so that's there. Oh, a corner just appeared. Right, so that's happy there. Have we got enough power? Yeah, everything's running hunky dory down there. Okay, so we can work on that. Come on, just there we go. Come on, just build it for me, please. Maybe I need to change my priority 9 process. Didn't I vow to actually not use priority 9s unless for an emergency? Yeah. Let's just pop that there. Right, so that's all running now. That'll get to pressure quite quickly. And let's take out that one. Actually, I'm going to test it first. I'm going to test that, whether that allows me to build it without actually stopping that electrical flow through there. So I'm sure I should be able to get away with that. I'm sure about it. Not 100%, but I'm still sure. Right, okay. Just leave that for the time being. And where are we? So we now need to see what we're doing with power. So that is now being powered. So that circuit there. So we can now deconstruct wires. Going down and down and down and down. So that can all come out. Let's take out this electrical bridge. Are we going to deconstruct it? No, let's go that way around. Deconstruct. And we also need to take that one out, so all I need to do there is actually take that out. And that should be fine. Because that is now on that circuit, which is good. Right, okay, so time to remove new wires. I knew I had a door somewhere that was actually going through a wire. Okay, so that's one half of the circuit gone, which should drastically improve now the decor of that channel. Let's remove those and then deconstruct these buildings as well. So what's happened there now? Look at that. No longer red. Cool. That's good. That's good. Right, okay, let's get rid of all this lot as well. Buildings. Alright, so that is now cleared and ready to operate. These guys, are these happy? It looks like they're all... Are you actually working? Max and gas pressure. Okay, so you're going to be just kicking out as and when. Should be fine. Okay. So now I need to... So that's, yeah, I can see the hydrogen already starting to build up. So that's all out. And as we're going to be having a bit of a section up here to capture the hydrogen, I think maybe I'd rather have it in one place. So combine the two together. So if I close off actually this area, this was a priority 9, is it? Yeah. So if I close that off, and so I want to be able to have got hydrogen over here. I think what I would rather have doing is having it all the way going across Yeah, I think that'll be what I want. So if I... yeah. So that can be closed off totally there. No gas is going up here. No gas is going up here currently because we've got that under control. But if let me just zoom out for a second. So if I just put a massive roof on here, so everything can actually just float to the top, and then we can deal with it at the top, and that way, yeah, I think that will work. Because we've got that closed off here. We've got let's have a look what the decor's doing as well now. Yeah, so yeah, that I think that would work actually. So having a bit of a roof here, a couple of pumps, and that if we get this side sorted first, then the other side we just need to mirror. So right, we've got all this natural gas coming through, so we've got to be careful of that. So that's going down the bottom. Is that worth just rerouting slightly? Is it? Thinking I've got 2 pumps there, and really only need to have 1. This is keeping up well with the demand on these. How much power have I got? So that's fully charged. Okay, so if I put in ladders, no, I don't want to do that, you don't. So let's think about what I'm doing. So let's just start excavating that. We can get 4 high, can't we? So we do that, and then we do 4 high there as well. Then we only have to deal with those 2 levels. We can get 2 more levels taken out here. Let's just hope they don't get themselves stuck. Let's cancel that one. I'll stop them getting stuck, because they will be silly and get themselves stuck quite quickly. And let's have a look. Let's just take that up a bit higher. Now all that's cold, so I don't really want to mess around with that. If we go to the temperature, where are we there? So we go to the temperature. So really I just need to smooth this out so nothing actually gets caught here. So if I take that out to there, that can come out, and then from there do that as it were. That'll be fine. So put in some ladders, and reach those, and reach those. I'll pick those up from the other side. Right, okay. So that's kind of a plan. We've got plenty of water up there, so let's get that mopped up. I don't want any water running around. Priority that to 9. And we can dig out all that lot as well, because that's... hang on. Why aren't they doing that? They should be able to reach that. It's only 1 tile. Okay, maybe they were busy doing something. Right, the food next cycle is going to be a priority, so let's just... Yeah, I know, food shortage already. So we chuck that on there. That should make a big difference. So how are we doing down here? Right, so that's gone through there perfectly. So now we'll just build that in. If we look at the power, that's not causing any issues whatsoever. He says, thinking, Heavy watt, maximum wattage. Okay, that's fine. Right. That's going to be happy. Insufficient oxygen production, and I'm doing my best. Oh, blinking out. That doesn't look too bad. Let's change that to... so we've got high pressure over here. What's going on with the water? Water's not too bad. But we are going to need another alternative solution for that, because that looks like it's actually going down quite substantially. Have we turned this on? Yeah, he's on, so he's running constantly, and he's now no longer keeping up with the demand in there, which is interesting. It means we're going to have to get more water put in there. So that's now coming over and filling that up, which will fill all this lot if I'm not careful. And oh, we've got another cold biome down here. Right, okay. So I don't really want the water to go down there at this moment in time. So I think what I'll do is let's just get that dug out. Yeah, get that dug out after they've done the food. That'll just keep that going for a bit until we sort something else out. So we've got 22,500 food, sleep wheat should I say, which is fine. And we're going to get another dupe. Ooh, very close. Right. So maybe what I can do while they're doing the food is dig out or plan my digging so it's a bit more effective. So we've got 4 going across. So that needs to have a bridge there. Then we can dig out that lot. No, I don't want 9, I want 5. That can all go. We can go down here. All that can go. That's going to break into here, but that's going to let that out. What do I want to do? Do I want to just... How big do I want this? Will that be sufficient? Yeah, I think it will, because if I put in a roof to start with, and let's get somebody else in. Let's see who we got. So we have got Ugly Crier, Vomiter, Binge Eater, so no loud sleeper, perfect. Bottomless Stomach, can't build, and Flatulent. It's not really any issues apart from Stinky, who cannot build, who will not build. So what about food? It's all 3 or minus, that's not too bad. Rowan, I think you... Yeah, Rowan, you're in. Have I got a Rowan already? I think I have, so I'm going to put Rowan little brother. Because I need some little bro. So what I need is some more names off you guys. So let's bring this Rowan in. There we go. So we're up to 35 dupes. So if I do this... Bear with 1 second. Okay guys, we seem to have got this whole section now finally cleared. We are now also just sweeping it all up to make it a little bit less of a mess for the dupes, so they don't get upset because of the poor decor affected by debris on the floor. So where are we at? We have got gas permeable tiles now at the top and also down here, so that all this nasty enough can float down to the very bottom, and we'll get another pumping system down here very shortly. Everything's closed off, so that's not a problem. and we have this whole section basically connected now via the actually that means realistically I don't need doors and anything else in the middle here, because if that's all open I can get rid of all that lot. That's good. That'll speed Dupes up a bit more. Yeah, that'll do. So that will take out the pausing every time they are going across the across there. Oh, that's cheered me up now. I was keeping it totally separate, but now obviously thinking about what I've just done, it makes sense just to keep everything open so that we can actually have a better airflow through the whole area, which will work quite well, I think. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. It'll also let this little hatch have a bit more space as well, because you'll be able to go over this side. Not that there's anything over this side for him to go to, but there might be some food here now as well, which is good. So I think I'll leave it there for this episode. We're starting to get the hydrogen gas work its way into this little area here. I have a feeling that this is the one where it'll all go to eventually. From something Brothgar was saying, either it goes to the top left or top right. I can't remember. So either way, we'll get the plumbing sorted out so that we can start utilising the hydrogen gas. Might actually just pop that into a little compartment over here and let it build up like we have with the natural gas, and have it there as an emergency supply, possibly. I don't need that power at the moment, so that might be an option. I'm also toying with the idea of looking to get this morb along with this one over here down into this sort of area, because we've got a lot of chlorine building up, and I'd like to actually deal with it in a an effective manner, rather than just letting it get sucked and put into an area like I am down here. I think it's down here we're actually pumping the chlorine into there, because I've got nothing else going on. That's where it's going, isn't it? Yeah, so chlorine's going in there and not being turned into anything else, so I want to get that sorted. Oh, that's quite useful. That's opened up quite well. And why are you going in there, little guys? I don't want you going in there. Let's lock those doors, because that will let out... Hang on. No, I want lock. Lock. Yeah. Okay. So that'll let out the chlorine gas and the carbon dioxide, which I don't want to leave at this moment in time. Which I was thinking... No! Oh! Got a climbing hatch. And Rowan's got himself stuck in the door. That's just typical. Also, what are you doing? We'll go and unlock that then. Water, come on. Why aren't you going to unlock the door, Rowan? You're in here. Let's have a look at what jobs you've got. There we go. Now you can get out. Now let's lock it before anybody else goes in. Come on, please, just lock it. There we go. No one's in there. That's good. We can leave that little hatch in there. So, okay, cool. Yeah, so I think that's a job well done so far. So, if you'd like what you've seen, hit the subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. That's Murphy out.